How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? I've been away for a while. I'm sorry about it. Well, really, I haven't been away for a while, but it's been about a week. I was supposed to drop real life prison stories last week. I didn't. I didn't even do Freestyle Friday, but this Freestyle Friday, I got so much in store for y'all. Y'all ain't gonna want to miss it. Might be, I lose to try to keep it under an hour, but this Friday might be about 2 hours because I got a whole lot to discuss. But on this gonna be episode 3 of real life prison stories. And as I said, I always say I gotta put this disclaimer out here. I don't make these prison stories to um sound gangster, validate my gangster, or because as you're gonna see in some of these stories, it didn't always turn out in my favor. However, I make these stories to bring awareness to what goes on in there, and to hopefully people hear this video, somebody can hear this video and maybe pass it to one of their loved ones, or they see it themselves and understand that this is not what you want. And I understand you out here right now. You out here, you get money, you stepping, you spinning, you doing your thing. You heard me, and it's like it's all good. But when you go in there, a lot of times you go in this, you go through your county situation, then you get bonded out, and a lot of times you don't really see that prison till you probably in your mid 20s. Everything before that, you getting caught up. If it's not really nothing serious, you're gonna be going in and out of the pairs, which the pairs ain't nothing nice either. But you're away from your family. But when you're in that county, you're around people you're around people that's kin to you, is a little bit more familiar to you, right? When you go upstate to the prison in your state, wherever you located, is a different ball game. When you go up there, no matter how many people you kill, how many drugs no matter who you is, when you go up there, you neutral. Nobody know you, but the people that's from around your area. And if you ain't from a big area, I mean, you have to make your name regardless. You feel me? And it's just nothing nice up there, man. And there's a lot of stuff going on in there that people don't know about. And I believe that because if I would have knew about some of the things that go on in there and how stupid some of the time we get into it, and how something small like a TV or the situation I'm about to tell y'all can turn into something really bad, I'd have thought twice about some of the mistakes and the movement I was making before I went in there. You know what I'm saying? But like I always say, I made it out. Thank be to God. I've been home going on 9 years, never returned, never will return. And I just thank God for allowing me to make it out with all my health and strength and in my right mind. People lose their mind every day in there just for being in there. You know what I'm saying? But this story here, it was a crazy story because when you meet older guys who've been in and out of the prison system in your local county jail, when you're in the process about to, when you're about to get shipped to prison, those older guys will come tell you, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. They'll give you the do's and don'ts for when you go to prison. Now, of course, everybody got the right to choose and make the decision once they get up there. But I was young, and I was young. I always loved to gamble. But one of the things that they tell you when you go to prison, the older guys in the county will tell you is, do not get involved with gambling, homosexuals, or that TV. They call it the one-eyed devil. That's what they call it, TV, because as you're going to hear in one of my stories, that TV can cause a lot of problems, right? But we're going to get off into this. And this is a story about when I don't want to say I robbed a poker table, but I jacked the poker table, but I'm gonna get off in the detail. And I never was really off into nothing like that because I didn't have to do that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? My people took care of me. And by that time, at this story, I believe, when this story happened, I believe in 2011, 2012, I had already been in prison for a while. I understood how to get money off the land. You know what I'm saying? So, money was never an issue. But I remember in the pair in the county jail, I took the whole poker bag one time. But that's just not something you do, because when you take that whole poker bag, that's very, very, very dangerous. You got several people who got their money that they done lost in that bag. And when you do that, you need to have somebody to have your back, or you need to be ready to die or kill, because all these people money in that bag. Then they people, as I said in other videos, in that video I spoke about my last prison story, episode 2, about the guy in the situation with the lock. About when people send you money in prison, bro, especially in the time we living in. But it doesn't matter what time we're living in. To send money to a source that you get no return on that, right? But you get no return on this money. It's just just like a love offering, right? Um, and I want to be clear, you get a return on it from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, for the most part, you're not getting no immediate return from it. Not like a stock or something that you buying and you get the satisfaction of it. Just you sending this to somebody, right? And so when somebody send you money, but you don't know what this person family went through to send them that money. They might have a baby mother or a wife who had to sell her body to do this. They might have a family member who doing taking penitentiary chances to send this money. They mama that's working or struggling and sending this out their social security. You do not know. So when you play with somebody money in prison, you asking for something serious to happen to you, or putting yourself in a situation where you're gonna have to do somebody something, right? So of course I was told not to gamble, not to mess with homosexuals, not to mess with that TV. Now I did one of those things good. I didn't mess with homosexuals or didn't do that. But the TV and gambling was, some of the things that I did that I liked to do. I enjoyed to do them. I enjoyed them. They helped my time pass by. And when I was in my county before I got shipped, I had a altercation, a physical altercation, maybe more than one, but I know for sure I had one over gambling. Um, and I believe it was by poker. Either it was about poker or a game called Boo-Ray, which is very dangerous. I've seen people get turned out behind Boo-Ray. I've seen people get stabbed up with behind Boo-Ray. I've seen people get fought behind Boo-Ray. I've seen people get jumped behind Boo-Ray. I've seen people get hit with locks behind Boo-Ray. Boo-Ray is a very dangerous game to play, especially if you don't understand the rules. And it's just a crazy game. Like, you could be, I know it was one rule that I remember, that you can be passing out the card, dealing the cards, and then one of those cards flip over while you dealing them, you got to cover the pot. And the pot loses builds up. So the pot that built up, if nobody win it, because that's how it works, you would have to cover that whole pot. And like I said, I done seen that turn real gangster behind that Boo-Ray. But I believe the physical altercation I got into the county was behind poker. I don't really remember, but that's another story for another day. So of course I went to prison gambling and doing these type of things. And when you gambling in prison, it's losing 7 people at the table. We playing Texas Hold'em. That's the game we play in prison. Or we call it 2-3 actually. It's Texas Hold'em. Only thing different is you get 5 cards in your hand. There's a flop, a river, and a turn, but you get 5 cards instead of 2. So we playing poker one day, and give you a little backstory about the guy who I got into it with. Today was his game. He was running a poker game. Now, whoever run the poker game, they get to cut, right? I think it's like $20 per pot. I mean, 20 cents per dollar or something like that. So if the pot $20, they'll get $2. You know what I'm saying? Or no way. It's either 10% or 20%. I don't remember because it's been so long. But on the guy who running the pot, the guy who running the game that day, I really didn't want to play in his game because he didn't play in my game, because me and him had like a silent rivalry. I want to say a rivalry, but we just didn't. And I feel like it was because we was alike. We had a lot alike. You feel me? He was an OG though. You feel me? He had went in the system real young. He had did 20 years. Of course, I went in the system real young, and me and him just never really set right with each other. We always was getting into it, but it never turned bad because our clique was the same. That was what never really allowed us to really get off into nothing, because our cliques were the same. Like the dude we rolled with, hustled with, kicked it with, hooked up with was the same. You know what I'm saying? So whenever it get kind of ugly or nasty, one of them would step in. So it never really got to the point where we was gonna fight, but we had some heated argument because we just, like I say, we just didn't get along. You feel me? And y'all probably know how that is, where y'all got a group of homies, and maybe one of the homies from another part of town, and y'all from this part of town, but he your cousin, and everybody in the clique like him, but it's just one dude that just don't want to get over. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And in this situation, our crew, the dude we all were running was a mix of New Orleans, Shreveport, Baton Rouge, my hometown. So it wasn't really nothing like that, but we all was cool. We smoked together, we eat together, we did a lot of stuff together. And So that's really what stopped us from being getting into it, because I got to a point where, because I'm one of those type of people now. I'm a good person, and I'm 1K. But once I see you on some type of ways, it's F you. That's how I felt towards him at that particular time. And I'm sure he felt the same way about me because he was humble. You feel me? And I'm not humble. I'm a kind of friendly person, but once I see you on that, I gotta top you. That's how I was at that time. So I'm cool and everything, but once I see you on some BS or you on some humbug, well, I'm gonna get super humbug. You feel me? That's how we gonna do. And we used to bump heads a lot. You know what I'm saying? But dude was about his business. You feel me? And I was about my business everywhere I went. You feel me? He was about his business. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, he had been down. I want to say probably about 10 or 12 years before me. And like I say, he was a little older than me. So I wasn't gonna play in his game because he don't play in my game. You feel me? But this particular day, I don't know what it was. I believe I had a homeboy. I don't really remember. But yeah, matter of fact, me and my homeboy was together. Another one of my homeboys, and he was like, "Man, let's go play in the game. Let's go play poker." And I was like, "Who gave me it?" And he was like, "D." I'm gonna just say the dude named D. And I was like, "All right, man, let's go play." I don't mess with dude, but I'm just go play. See, man, go win you some money. So we go to the table. My homeboy doing good. I'm kind of doing bad, but I get to a big pot and I got a good hand. I'm about to shake back what I lost plus be winning. Now, there's a rule in prison. There's a rule that if you're not sure about your hand, or you know you don't want to call the wrong hand, you just lay your cards on the table, and the house, which was him at the day, or the table, have to call your best hand. Doesn't matter if you're going against their homie. Doesn't matter if they son or daughter, or they don't matter if they son up there. If you got the best hand, the house man was the dude who run the game, and the members of the table have to call the best hand. So this particular day, like I say, I'm losing. My homeboy winning, so I'm not really tripping because he gonna cover me if I lose. But the bad thing about that is we gonna both walk away with nothing. So he winning, and this pot then got big, so I'm about to win. I got the winning hand. Everybody let their cards down. I got the best hand. But somebody had a, a hand that was like a good hand, but it wasn't better than my hand. And I was so happy and crump. I seen they hand laid my hand down and called their hand, right? So I don't remember exactly what the hand was, but I know I laid mine down and said straight, for example. And I was calling the hand I seen him have, but I'm laying my hand down to let it be known mine better. Mine got a winning hand. So as I'm about to win the pot, the house man at the dude, like I said, I'm telling you about D, that me and him never really, nah, bro, you called the wrong hand. You called the wrong hand. Of course, the person I'm going against, I don't even know if it might have was him, but I don't know who I'm going to. Of course, they're going to say, you called the wrong hand. You called the wrong hand. That's called a technicality. You laid the hand down, you should have just shut up. And by technicality, they was right. By technicality. But I had made a mistake and said it, but you know it is what it is. You feel me? So we can't have all the items out of. We don't use chip. We use a paper. A paper. The process we use a paper. And if somebody on the paper, like I say, the house man, and after every hand he take how much you lost, add it to whoever is a paper sauce, because you can't have no chips or no food items, zoos and wham, because the people know what you're doing and take it. When you're using that paper, they don't know if you're playing for real or you gambling. You feel me? So like I say, so when you playing, you're not going. If you lose what you got on paper, you just say, "Put me this on paper," and they knew my money was good. And anytime somebody, your money good, okay, we're gonna put your money on the paper. You feel me? And after everything over, and the dude will come pick up what you lost. So I was on the paper for a little bit. I think I was on the paper for like $20. I might be wrong. I don't really remember the exact number, but I was on the paper. But this particular pot, I'm covering that end. So when he said technicality, man, you call your wrong hand talking, I feel like he was playing with me, you feel me? So I threw the card, I'm like, F that. And so he like, say, bro, you gonna go grab that stuff you owe? I'm like, nigga, ain't nothing, you feel me? Ain't nothing. So he like, all right, bet. You feel me? So he keeps standing there running the game, and I go about my day, you feel me? So I think about a couple hours later, I end up in the gym. One of my homeboys from New Orleans come tell me, dude looking for you. So keep your head up, right? So I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with this how I really felt. I know dude was about his business, but I felt like somebody had went behind me because like I say, me and the dude had a lot of mutual friends. Um, and but I should have knew, but I wasn't really thinking because I knew his character. And I was speaking, it's crazy. I was speaking about character in my last Freestyle Friday episode 3. And when you know somebody's character, you pretty much know what they'll do. That's why I always tell people learn someone's character before you learn anything, because once you know their character, they'll tell you that you'll be able to tell what they'll do in any situation, whether it's a friend, a spouse, or whatever. But let me get back on the story. So by me knowing his character, and this happened in front of everybody, it's like I'm jacking him. I should have knew nobody wasn't gonna be able to stop him from coming and entertain me. But I was kind of thinking like, well, maybe somebody covered it for me, maybe it did. But even if somebody did cover it for me, right? Just on the strength that I did that in front of all them people, he was gonna act on that, and I should have knew that. But that's another story. I didn't. I underestimated him. Like, man, it's gonna be dead. I ain't tripping. Excuse me. So later on that day, I'm in gym, and like I say, my homeboy from New Orleans come tell me, shout out Butcher Knight Killer, man. Free Butcher Knight, Third and G gangster, man, Third and G legend, man. But anyway, Butcher Knight come tell me like, look, man, dude looking for you, bro. Keep your head up, you heard me? And he do it real nonchalant. So I'm like, I bet, you feel me? As a matter of fact, I was in the gym, I was a coach, and I was, get to talking to my team or whatever. I think we were practicing or whatever. So dude, like, that thing I know, everybody look toward the entrance of the gym, and I see him coming with about 5 or 6 dudes, and this some of the dudes that his homeboy, because we were from different cities, and I guess they came with him in case some of my homeboy was gonna get involved with it, but it wasn't gonna turn like that. And of course, they had some of our homeboy, like I say, that was because like I say, this ugly for our because we all really kicked it together. You feel me? But at this point, like I say, I know ain't nobody can really tell him that because the type of person he is. He like, and that's like I say, me and him did have a lot in common. I think that's another reason why we didn't get along. Because sometimes certain stuff can slide if it's just me and you, as long as you don't put your hand on me or spit on me or nothing like that. But if it's in front of somebody, nigga gotta because it's other people watch, especially in prison. You never wanna come off weak, because if you weak, you're beat. You feel me? So he come in there, and I look, what I'm saying, and he see me looking, what I'm saying, 'cause they got like a bathroom. That's where people go in there and handle their business, whatever they business they is. Get high, have sex, um, or fight. So, cause this kind of like out of the free people, the CO view. So he called me, and yeah. So Butcher Knife already put me on game, so my adrenaline already ready. Cause like I said, I know him, so I'm ready now. Let's get it. So I walk toward the bathroom. My homeboys and some dudes come. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's trying to stop me or nobody trying to stop him at this point, because it didn't already, like I'm sure that it didn't spread around. Like prison is a city, bro. So like in your city, if something happened at the club and somebody get punked or whatever, it's gonna be around the city, man. You know what you call them, hand the dude bad in the parking lot or whatever. You heard me? So it's around the system that Vernon and Jack the poker table. And it's Jack the poker table on Dale Day. I done said the dude's name on D Day. So he go in the bathroom, I go in the bathroom. Now by me opening the bathroom, you feel me, with one hand, he already started swinging. You feel me? So I kind of throw him against the wall, and I get to swinging back. And I had I used to have I used to have an issue with my shoulder where I swing so hard that if I don't hit my target, it'll pop out of socket. And that didn't cost me a few fights, because once I gotta pop that back in, and when it pop back in, that's the pain is so excruciating. But it didn't be a situation where I still had to get it in, you feel me? But in this situation, because it was kind of like a little closed bathroom, when I shoved him against the wall, I tried to knock his head off, boom, but I missed, and my arm popped out, you heard me? So he got him a few more, and then he grabbed me and threw me on the ground. So he about to get off and try to, like, finish me off, you feel me? But one of our homeboys grabbed him off and like, man, that's enough, man. That's enough, you feel me? So he leave out the gym, shoot out back to the unit, bucking, you feel me? Yeah, 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 yeah. You feel me? And I'm like, I'm turned up too. I'm like, boy, but I ain't making no scene in the gym. I ain't one of them, you know what I'm saying, making no big scene and all that there. So I stay in the gym, you feel me? And like I say, he shoot off back to the unit, so ain't wasn't no damage or nothing done, you feel me? It wasn't just he just got a few tap by me opening the door. And then when I missed him and my arm popped out of socket. And he threw me on the ground like he probably got a few taps, but it wasn't nothing really serious or nothing like that. There, you feel me? He ain't had no damage, I ain't had no damage. But I'm hitting hard though. You feel me? And if I'd have caught him with that, it was out of there, man. But that's another story. We know woulda, coulda, if. But so he shoot back to the dormitory, man, and I stay in the gym. And when it get dark, I head back to the unit because we in the same unit, but we in different dorms. So I go in front of his dorm. I'm like, look, man, in the morning for brother, you know what time it is. You feel me? So he like, what? What? All right. This time I'm gonna kill you. This time I'm gonna kill you. You feel me? So man, that was a crazy little story there, man. But he ain't get the money back. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, during the night, you know what I'm saying, we had our homeboys just like, man, y'all tripping, bro. Y'all really tripping, bro, about that. Y'all, man, and it got taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Basically on some just let it die type of stuff, man. But so I ain't doing nothing next morning, bro. You know what I'm saying? We was able to coexist in the, in our little crew, you know what I'm saying? But that had to happen though, you know what I'm saying? Because we always had that little bad blood, you know what I'm saying? He knew I was a giant and I knew he was a giant, you feel me? And that little situation came to head, you feel me? But it's crazy because if it wouldn't have been for our homies and we had all those mutual friends, that would have turned bad because I felt like by him wrestling me and trying to I ain't gonna say he wrestled me because you know what I'm saying, hey, my own popped out of socket, that ain't his fault, so he threw me to the ground. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying, it could have been worse, but you know, I wanted to kill him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real because I felt like he was down bad for playing me on that table, but then dude was telling me, you gotta understand his rule of engagement and you gotta respect that. And technically I was wrong. And I had some good homie, man. Shout out Mookie, man. Shout out Lilwin, man. Shout out Cadillac, you know what I'm saying? Shout out them dudes who I was our mutual friends and you know what I'm saying, they talked to, you know what I'm saying, he got his money, everything I took, he didn't get his money from me because I wasn't paying. Now, if we had to fight again for me to pay him, we'd have had to do it. I let it ride on the, he got a little, and he let it ride by I think it was like $20, $30. So, but yeah, though, man, that's that story, man. But, it's crazy because like I said, if we wouldn't have had those mutual friends, man, that would have turned bad, bro. You feel me? Over that gambling, bro, you know what I'm saying? And so, man, that's the end of that, man. This episode 3 Real Prison Life Story. I see y'all probably I'm for sure see y'all tomorrow for Freestyle Friday, but the next episode of Real Life Prison Story, I don't know if I'm gonna do it next week or the week after because I want to do it every other week because I mean there's only so many stories I have. I wasn't there for a while, but eventually the story gonna run out. So I wanted to kind of pace them, you feel me? But yeah, I might give y'all one next week because I just last week I ain't give y'all nothing. So and I got a lot of other videos coming about other things, even scripture, and everything, politics, whatever, man. We talk about it all on this channel. Sports with Freestyle Friday gonna be loaded tomorrow. I got a lot of situations I'm gonna touch on. I was actually supposed to do it last week, but I had a session um with some friends of my family, and I had to take care of that. And I was gonna actually have a guest. I might have a guest this Friday. I don't know. But I know I will give y'all Freestyle Friday tomorrow, and y'all do not want to miss it. So I want to thank y'all for watching me, and God bless y'all. This is the end of Real Life Prison Stories, Volume Episode 3.